Here we go, folks. One of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the Swamp, the home of the Florida Gators. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Rumstreet. Let's get this thing underway. And the Gators will kick this deep to get us going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. First play looking to throw it. First play taking a deep shot. And it's intercepted. He's stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. Just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and his defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. And the runner takes off to his right. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Going back where he's opened up this series, 2nd down and 16 now. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Looking for his back. Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Brown. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And the back now goes in motion. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. The short completion of the tight end. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here, Kirk. A long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short in the 27. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string, but he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Now run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Throws to the tight end. What a catch! He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Well, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's controversial, but that lineman a little bit too far downfield, and that's a costly penalty. It's 3rd down for the offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Young. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Looking right. This one caught.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete pass on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. The junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
2nd down play coming up. And on the carry, he's heading left. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
first play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. To throw, it's Lagway. Grab down the middle, it's Brown. And the game just good enough for a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play down.
Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
2nd down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Throws it to the right. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive, but this will be tough. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Complete to the running back, but can he get there?
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down. This drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure.
The pass is intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Looking to throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Looking deep downfield to the left. Try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. Well, now it's 3rd down.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here comes the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Touchdown, Gators, as they put 6 more on the board.
Boy, what patience here by this quarterback. I thought he might try to get it downfield, get a little impatient. Instead, why not just check it down to the most gifted guy on your team? Get him out in space, let him do the rest of the work for a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Oh, he makes the catch. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Now they call a run. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you can go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. He escapes the pocket. He's got it in the open. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Trying to run. It's Young. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
2nd down and goal. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And he's tackled at the 25. Saves by the foot of it, and he left it in the end zone. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. He hands it to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. The Gators will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Running back with the football. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
He's in the clear. Past the 10. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Adams. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Play action here on first down. On the move now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. One more play before they head to the locker room. They'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. They get the second half started with the running play. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Again, coming out of the RPO, and it's complete. And they wrap them up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Makes the catch downfield. That's good for first down yardage now at the 26.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
With the catch, it's Brown. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route.
Trying to create outside the pocket, but they got him for a sack.
Oh, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Chris, they're going to come up a little bit short of the first down, but this is a great effort here by the entire offense to give themselves at least a chance, a much better chance of converting here if they decide to go for it on fourth down.
Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking for 6, but it's incomplete. A fourth down stop, turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down. This offense will really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Hale. They stop him, but it's a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here.
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence on the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
It's an out route. The catch made.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Young. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No huddle here for the offense.
A lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum that comes off their big game. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Back to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Williams. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes the catch. It's Young. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great catch when they desperately needed it. That's an important score. We've got one possession game now, Kirk. And it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Well, this has proven to be a fun one, Kirk. Two teams testing each other, showing their quality, and now who's going to make the push down the stretch and emerge with a huge win?
Well, Chris, this is a huge opportunity. Still with the game in balance, who's going to be able to secure this victory, not only to prove they're the better team, but to also show the committee they're deserving of getting the upper hand when it comes to decision time late in the year.
The tackle at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Grinding away on the ground. Got the first down and still motoring. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Little floater there, but it falls incomplete. Here's a regular season game, Kirk, that's kind of felt like a playoff game. We expected that. The difference is, if you lose here, you're not out of it.
Just as you say, they're definitely not out of it if you lose this game. When you're a top 5 team late in the year playing in this kind of matchup, the win not only gives you confidence, but also you'd like to think a much easier path in the postseason.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set them up first down at the 15.
Well, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the fourth quarter. It's third down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, first down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
They'll give it to the running back. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. QB decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Gators looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and goal for the offense. A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. That's solid pursuit. They'll trap him out there behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. An important third down and goal now. To throw, it's Lagway. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll have out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Just when you think there might be a chance for this defense to get off the field, how about this quarterback? Finds another way to extend this drive, this time with his legs, to keep the ball and keep working that clock.
And it's good, right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. You don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
A quick throw out left, complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, would have been a game-clinching interception. Couldn't hold on. Brings up second down.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the fourth quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking to scramble. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's hauled in way downfield. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And he just throws it away.
And a great game comes down to this. Time for one final play, and they've got to get it in the end zone for the score with a shot to win the game.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete. The final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. Now, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.